perched at the top of their division, and with the trade deadline just around the corner and the pennant race beginning to take shape, I'm sure they're looking to put some distance between themselves and their pursuers.
Well, no doubt they are happy sitting in the catbird seat with a lot of baseball left to be played, but they can't afford to get complacent. So, yes, they need to press on and see if they can create a little separation between themselves and the rest of the pack.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Kyle Schwarber. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. One and one to Schwarber.
1 ball, 1 strike.
3 runs already home here. Loud contact there, but it's well foul.
A great swing right there. I know the ball's foul, but he absolutely laced that pitch right there. He's just got to stay back a little bit longer.
2 and 2.
And a slider just about gets away from him there as it runs in a bit too close for comfort. Line drive snagged on a short hop. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Now batting, the shortstop, Javier.
Digging in, Javier Baez. He flew out in his last at bat. Here it comes. And he pours this one in at the letters. 0-1.
One of the keys when you're looking at a subpar pitching performance is first pitch strikes. And so far, this guy struggled. First pitch strikes, less than 40%. He's going to need to clean that up.
2 balls and a strike to Javi Baez.
You know, he was really pounding the strike zone early on, but he's kind of gotten away from that here a bit. He might just need a little reminder to attack hitters and trust his stuff.
On to Dietrich at first, and that'll end the inning. So they get 3 runs on 2 base hits, with one of them being the big home run. We're through 6 full, and we are tied 4-4. Back to the top of the Reds lineup now, and stepping in, Jesse Winker. No hits in 3 tries so far. He struck out once.
Winker.
Here comes the first pitch. Ball 1.
Nope, outside.
Line drive to left. But he'll hardly need to move out there in left, as this is hauled in for the first out.
I know they say sometimes that these things even out, but that was a bullet line drive that gets caught. He would have represented the go-ahead run.
Into the box now, Derek Dietrich. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. 4 runs, 8 hits, and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far. Liner toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
You think there's any justice in the game? Watch those 2 at bats. Both of them hit on the
66.
absolute screws. One's right at one guy, and then one's a single. Go figure.
In now is Yasiel Puig, and there's a swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch to start him out. 0-1. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. A 1-1 count to Puig.
Tried to go with the nasty backdoor breaking ball right there. Good job by the batter to take that pitch, work the count even.
Now a breaking ball runs in on him as he's got to get his hands out of the way on that pitch. His head-to-head history with Montgomery, just a 1 for 9. And the 2-1. Cut fastball that time, but he doesn't bite, and now it's 3-1.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
And he misses with it, ball 4, so the potential go-ahead run moves into scoring position now.
The batter, number 4.
Striding in once again, Jose Iglesias comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. Now time asked for and granted by the home plate umpire. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Fly ball out toward left center field. Calling for it, Schwarber. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
The third base.
Ready once again, Eugenio Suarez is working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. Here's a shot to right field, and that's going to be in for a base hit. And the runner will score from second. Oh, but it's line, so the run will score.
Boy, that's a huge base hit right there, dear. We're getting
Now
late
batting,
into this one,
the
and that
center
gives
fielder,
them the lead by 2.
Yeah, that could be a backbreaker right there. We'll see how this one ends up, but nice job to get that knock right there to drive in a pair.
And that brings up Scott Schebler as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. His head-to-head history with Montgomery, he has 7 hits in 16 tries. He's taken him deep once. That evens it up 1-1. Suarez stands at second with 2 gone. Now a fastball gets the upper part of the zone for strike 2. The 1-2 gets him swinging. He struck him out. It's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. So in now for Chicago, Wilson Contreras. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan of bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now.
Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. And this one's high and tight, backing him up 2-1.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
Here now the 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
And in a 2-run game right here, you really don't want to walk the leadoff guy to start an inning. You've got to keep that tying run in the on-deck circle as long as you can.
Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
Now batting.
The next club up, David Bote. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, pressure's off right now. He extended his hitting streak that last plate appearance. Now he gets to get back into his zone, work on his craft, and try and drive something in the gap.
And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Skied into straightaway right. On the move is Puig. And he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out.
Now batting.
Albert Almora will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 5, Albert Almora.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. He'll enter play here with an average just over 250. 8 home runs and 41 RBIs. Count now a ball and a strike. The 1-1. Now a swing as he shoots this down the right field line. And that's a fair ball heading out toward the 353 sign on the ivy.
He was able to spit on that first slider right there, guys, but he didn't let the second one go. Able to execute and drive the baseball.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Red Skipper up out of the dugout and making that slow trek to the mound.
Cincinnati,
and it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon.
Lorenzen.
So as he departs, he'll remain responsible for the man left aboard, but he cannot lose this one. A hit and 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Tying run at the plate, the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. 4 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for the Cubs to this point. Swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. 1 left for the Cubs. They trail it here 6-4. Brandon Kinsler has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. And here's Jose Peraza. He was a double play victim last time around.
Yeah, rolling into a 2-ball will eat at you for the rest of the game at least. So you know he wants to make up for it right here.
From the stretch. Hit on the ground to third. Bodie is there. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Now batting, catcher, Tucker.
Stepping up to the plate, Tucker Barnhart. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Here comes the first pitch. And this is sliced hard down the left field line. And this is going to be a fair ball heading out toward the 355 sign on the ivy. And he'll reach second now with 1 away. And if you're wondering just who remains on the Cincinnati bench, should they think about making a move, there you get a look at him right there. Joey Votto will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 19, Joey Votto.
Now there's a changeup to start him out, but it drops low and away for ball 1. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Yanked on the ground down the line. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And the effort pays off as he's able to recover and get the second out of the inning. And he's safe.
Now batting.
Stepping into the box, Jesse Winker. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. First pitch of the at-bat. And that misses ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. And this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now.
Now 2-0 with a great hitter up, a runner on third and 2 outs. This is not the spot where you want to be challenging a hitter like this. This is where you have to pitch very careful.
Outside, 3-0 now. Derek Dietrich would be next. The 3-0. Hard on the ground towards short. Baez has it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 1 left for Cincinnati. Amir Garrett was on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 50, Amir Garrett.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Ben Zobrist comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. No balls and 1 strike. Now here it comes. Behind 0-2 now. The 0-2 home. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. That was a nasty looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed. A classic strikeout pitch. If you think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg. And unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
And a big swing by Hayward, but this is on the ground to second. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
The first baseman.
At the plate, Anthony
44.
Rizzo. So far, 2 for 3 in this one.
Rizzo.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul. So a missed opportunity there. 1-1 the count to the Cubs first baseman. Hit pretty well out to deep center field. Winker looking up. Into the bleachers and gone.
Well, if I was the manager, I would tell my pitchers to work around this guy. I mean, he's hit 3 home runs against them in this series. What more do they need to see? 4 or 5? Jeez, enough is enough.
He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. All over that one, but a little out in front. Foul ball.
Hey, he looked like he was a little bit out.
Swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. But the damage is done as thanks to the solo home run. This is now a 1-run game. We've played 8 full. It's the Reds. Stepping in, Derek Dietrich. He'll start things off in the top of the 9th as they look for a little insurance.
Derek Dietrich.
He's set. Here it comes. This is pulled into right. And there's a base hit, and this could wind up as an important insurance strike here as the leadoff man's aboard to start the 9th.
The right fielder, number 66.
It's a great job right there to get a leadoff knock. You got the lead. You have a chance to add on in the later innings. Leadoff guy getting on sets the tone.
First offering on its way. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. Dietrich aboard here at first with nobody out. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. The 1-1 home. Oh, break out the tape measure. That one is long gone. Two-run shot to straightaway center. Number 17 for him on the season as they open up an 8-5 lead. That's dinger number 6 on the day between these two lineups. I feel like I'm watching home run derby here, guys.
Dan, they're absolutely not going to cover off the ball. I'm curious to get your take on this. I didn't find it to be the truth. I didn't mind hitting at night, but a lot of guys say they see the ball better during the day.
You know what's funny, D-Row, is I preferred to pitch in night games as opposed to day games. I always thought it was advantage to the hitter, and so far that looks like it's the case in this one right here. They must be seeing the ball really well because they're just absolutely smoking the baseball right now.
He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Set to deliver the 0-1 in front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Here's a swing and a shot back up the middle, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. Well, when you're going as well as he is, not even a 2-strike count is going to get in your way.
Yeah, Matty, he's having a monster season. Well over 300. Right there, when you're feeling that confident at the plate, it doesn't matter what the count is. You're willing to go deep and still feel confident.
Into the box, Eugenio Suarez. And she'll take a look at ball 1. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point.
That's ball 2.
2-0.
2-0.
He may be down 2-0 after those first 2 pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They did miss by a whole lot, so it's not like he's all over the place.
And he fouls this one off. Nobody out, runner on first. On a good pitch there, had him stretching to get out there, and it's 2-2 now.
Wow, not sure what that was, but talking about having your mind made up, you're going to swing before the pitcher even throws a pitch. I don't know how you swing at that pitch.
And this is on the ground to short. Could be two. Oh, and he can't come up with it.
No, he
and the
didn't.
throw will be too late as he can't recover in time.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, dealing with a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
And it's fouled away. First and second here with nobody out. Working for the punch out and the offering. Fouled away. Ready with another 0-2. Now he goes the other way, and he got a lot of it high and deep to left center field. And that baby's gone. So a 3-run shot to left center. Home run number 16 for him on the year, as it's now a 6-run ball game. Pedro Strop comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one.
Pedro. Whoa.
In now, Jose Peraza. Hard liner to center field, and call that a nice clean base hit, his first of the game.
The batter, the catcher, Tucker.
So coming to the plate, Tucker Barnhart. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. He's set, and the pitch. Hot shot down the line, and he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line. Peraza blows through the stop sign, headed for home.
Nope,
but no, he'll put on the brakes and head back to third.
As we take another look here, you can see it's a two-seam fastball running away from him at the plate. So he does the smart thing, not trying to pull it or just rolling over it, just goes with it and has enough juice on it to drive it for a double.
Here comes the 0-1. Fouled off. On its way, the 0-2 pitch, and he fouls this one off. Peraza, the runner at third. Barnhart is at second with nobody out. Hit hard to the right, but foul. Swing and a miss got him reaching. Contreras recovers, but it's not in time, and he'll reach first despite going down on strikes.
The left fielder, number 33.
Into the box now, Jesse Winker. His career line against Pedro Strop. He's 1 for 3. First pitch on its way. Ground ball to second. This could be 2. The second for 1. On to first. The double play.
The first baseman, number 22.
So digging in now, Derek Dietrich. Although there are a couple of bases open, and we'll see if they think about working around him. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Ripped on the ground to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. But not before they come up with 6 runs this half inning on the strength of a couple of home runs. 5, 6, and 7 will lead things off in the bottom of the 9th. Reds out in front, 12.
Ladies and
Raisel
gentlemen,
Iglesias
your
takes the
attention,
mound here.
please.
Not a save
Now
situation,
pitching
of
for
course, because of the
Cincinnati,
big lead, but he'll
number
try to
26.
finish it out nonetheless.
Raisel Iglesias.
Now to the plate, Javier Baez. He was retired via the ground ball last time up.
Leading off for the Cubs, the shortstop, Javier.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that gets the black on the outside. A good slider that time.
Not a bad idea right there. Make this guy work and see if he can throw the ball over the plate. Throws the first pitch for a strike. They need to get some runners on base, and not a bad plan. Unfortunately, the pitcher came in with a strike on the first pitch.
And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone.
Now batting.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. His lifetime numbers against Iglesias, he's 0 for 8. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. Iglesias rarely finds himself in much trouble out of the bullpen, at least in terms of giving up base hits. He's proven to be a tough guy to barrel up. 1 out, nobody on. And it's fouled away. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And this will wind up being nothing more than a long foul ball, and it'll hold the count at 0-2. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Well, I think that pitch is the result of a lot of foul balls. He might have tried to do a little bit too much with it, trying to get him to swing through it, but it just ended up taking off on him.
Sliced hard on the ground. Throw on to first gets him, and that means the Cubs are down to their final out now.
The third baseman, number 13.
Digging in now, David Bodie. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1. And there's a called strike 2 as now they're down to their final strike this afternoon. The Cubs are down to their final strike here. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over. Well, guys, we mentioned earlier that the trade deadline is almost upon us. Do you look for this team to be active as a buyer?
Matt, in this day and age, any team with any kind of hopes at a postseason run has to be considering adding a piece or two, because if you don't, you're losing a step to those teams that are making upgrades. On the other hand, you don't want to be trading away very many valuable prospects unless you're pretty sure your team is a serious contender.
Yeah, and the other thing to make sure is that the player or players you are acquiring are actually going to come in and make you a better team. It's not just about making moves to make moves, but those are the things that GMs have to figure out this time of year.
Well, in case you missed the memo, Nicholas Castellanos is about to make his debut in his brand new uniform.
Yeah, they're hoping his presence is going to give them a little extra boost for the rest of the season. We'll see what kind of impact he has on this team.
Yeah, he was just traded.
Here's the catcher now, Chris Iannetta, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Heading out towards shallow right. Castellanos has it in his tracks. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Digging in to try it again. Charlie Blackmon, twos all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course here in inning number 2. Now he spins on one here and drives it to deep right field. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but you can't throw that pitch to that guy. Don't forget, he homered yesterday, so you know he's locked in and ready to roll it.
Standing in, Nicholas Castellanos. We take a look there at the difference in his numbers between June and July.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
These Rockies guys, they come off another loss last time out, and in fact they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, Matty, you can't win when you're giving up that many runs. The pitcher was missing over the heart of the plate, not executing down and away, not brushing back anybody, making anyone feel uncomfortable. Guys were taking huge hacks off him, and to boot, the defense was on its heels.
And a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard.
Boy, and they're looking for a lot more from him as the season moves through August and September. Good to see him make an impact in his first game, though.
So striding in, Tucker Barnhart. And as you can see, he's had some troubles here in his own ballpark. That's something he'll look to improve upon in this one. And he just manages to get his hand in. Castellanos on at first, nobody out. He pulls this one into right. He leaps, but he can't get it. It's down for extra bases. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
Boy, there's a long drive bullet off the wall right there, but the outfielder does a really good job, D-Row, of getting that one quickly and getting it back in and keeping it first for a long single.
Yeah, and also nice job by the base runner not there, not putting his head down, being over-aggressive and getting thrown out at second base. He saw the play happening in front of him and put the brakes on and got back for a base hit.
Yeah, D-Row, I think he would have been toast if he tried to stretch that one into a double.
The 1-2 is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 3. In now for the Reds, Jose Peraza. Second at bat here. He reached via a single to lead off the home first.
Not an easy thing to do when you're in a leadoff spot, but that was a good piece of hitting in his first at bat, an opposite field base hit, which leads me to believe that this guy's going to cover both sides of the plate. In a double play situation, that's the location you want a guy to swing at. More than likely, he's going to beat it into the ground.
The 1-2. And this is low, but Iannetta's able to prevent it from getting away. And he'll be tagged out as he got caught between third and home. So it's first and third with 2 away. And the right-handed hitting Nicholas Castellanos will bat next. Has a look, now the pitch. And that's inside for a ball, 1-0.
We're only in the 3rd inning, and his pitch count is above 60. That's not being too efficient with your pitches.
The 1-0 is looked at for ball number 2.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone, and with 2 guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Slapped hard the opposite way, but a little unlucky there as it's hit right to him in right.
Now batting, the center fielder, Raimel Tapia.
On he pops it up. Jeanette ranging into shallow right. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. Coming to the plate now, Nicholas Castellanos. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Count is even 1-1 to Nicholas Castellanos. The 1-1 home is laid off for ball 2. The 2-1 home. Line towards center field. But this is unfortunately right at him in center field as he takes it in for the first out. So one away here in the Reds half of the 8th. And the right-handed hitting Nicholas Castellanos will bat next. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. First pitch fastball in there for a called strike. Against left-handed pitching so far this season, Castellanos is hitting just over the benchmark 300 plateau. Source of pride for him, I'm sure.
His batting average right now certainly signifies that this guy is having a great year. I'm very interested to see how this guy finishes up.
The 1-1 home is swung on and missed for strike number 2. The 1-2 hit the other way out toward right field. Blackman is under it, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Well, we talked about him earlier, so let's recap. Castellanos had a fairly pedestrian night offensively.
Well, he did have the 1 hit, so that's good. We mentioned earlier what a difference this guy can make for this club when he's locked in.
Yeah, Dan, and though he wasn't a major factor in this one, he's going to be just fine. You can't make the highlight reels every night, but he'll have his days, I guarantee it.